In tonight's episode,
someone is being shortchanged somewhere, and I hope that person is not you.
You said this product is found on the black market?
Because I was of the opinion that I'd be arrested for public indecency.
We're actually building this on our own as young entrepreneurs.
Okay, that doesn't answer why your turnover has reduced.
Okay, so let me rephrase.
Okay. I'm a bit nervous.
this season of The Eagle's Nest is proudly brought to you by ZimTrade and Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank, in partnership with UN Women. First is an entrepreneur ready to unveil his streetwear venture.
My name is Sakumuzi Allen Moyo, and I'm the founder of Deja Vu Apparel. It's a streetwear brand that provides affordable, comfortable, and luxurious clothing. My expectations are, quite frankly, to grow from it and learn from it, and hopefully, get access to resources that can help me enhance my course. All right, my name is Sakumuzi Allen Moyo, and I'm the founder of Deja Vu Apparel. Sakumuzi by definition means building a home, and true to my name, I've built the home that is Deja Vu Apparel. Right, so Deja Vu Apparel was founded in 2017 when I was a landscape architecture and urban design student. And yeah, as fate would have it, 2 years later, I'm here pitching Deja Vu Apparel as the architect to the urban designs behind me. And with your help, I want to take my craft to a more global landscape. Our mantra or catchphrase at Deja Vu Apparel is free yourself just as Nike uses just do it. And the idea behind free yourself is to inspire our clientele to exist beyond everything that's meant to limit them from being the best versions of themselves. All right, I'm a walking example of free yourself myself. I never used to wear shorts because I was of the opinion that I'd be arrested for public indecency for obvious reasons. But yeah, me wearing shorts is an expression of freedom, and I want my brand to inspire the same feeling to all my clients. Right, through extensive social media marketing and use of influencer marketing, we have managed to grow our market share over the past 2 years from a reasonable portion of clientele to a supply of nationwide scale. So the development of affordable and efficient distribution channels has also allowed us to supply outside of the country through informal channels, unfortunately. Our biggest clientele outside of Zimbabwe has been clients that are in the UK, because the vast majority of clientele that we engage with outside of Zimbabwe is based in the United Kingdom. So that has been our biggest export point at the moment. We launched a Fashion for Change campaign in the past month that's meant to donate clothing to underprivileged members of society, because as a family, we believe that no one is supposed to be left behind. So we are trying to exist beyond ourselves and our immediate environment and try our best to reach out to underprivileged communities and make sure that we make a change beyond making money. One might argue to say there's a lot of brands. Why should one choose Deja Vu Apparel? And allow me to say in closing that every house is not a home. And what we are selling is not just clothing, we are selling a home. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome home.
In recent years, Zimbabwe has seen a rise in creativity and entrepreneurship. Among the trends, youthful streetwear. A home of youthful streetwear is the offering from Sakumuzi, and first to knock on the door is Diana.
You didn't articulate what your growth has been over the last 2 years. You just mentioned that you have had some growth. Do you want to give us some numbers to it?
So in a month, we're making an average of, let's say, 30 to 50 units. And then with the money that we're making from that time frame, we managed to buy some materials and equipment that allowed us to produce in-house. And with so doing, we managed to reduce our cost of production and increase productivity and production levels. So at the moment, we're producing close to 100 units of different types of products that you see on display over here.
Okay, so when you sell 1 unit, how much are you selling that for?
On average, it's $10 to $20 depending on the product. Our cheapest being $10 for the headgear, and then our most expensive being $20, which are the sweaters. The same goes for the bottoms.
Where are you sourcing your materials from?
All right, in Bulawayo, there's a factory, Spinwave, and they get their fabrics from Kadoma, my apologies, Kadoma. And then with some other fabrics that we cannot find locally, we export from South Africa.
Import.
But yes, and then
You
for
import.
the suede and all that, that's all locally sourced.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, that's good to know.
The entrepreneur discloses a competitive pricing model. Gerald is eager to uncover the business's unique selling proposition.
So in terms of your pricing, you're saying that headgear is $10.
Yes.
How do you compare with your competitors? Because when I'm looking at your things, they are nice. I walk into another shop, I'll find almost similar things there. I just want a comparison of your pricing with the other competitors.
I'll use my immediate environment as an example because that's where I'm mostly based. Some of our competitors include your likes of the City of Kings, Ndebele Crushes, and other local brands in Bulawayo, and then in Harare we're talking Hatipiri and other local brands. And if you look at the example that you used of the same bucket hats, the design may be the same, but if you feel the texture of the hats, we use suede, and you touching it will tell you that it's not something that should be selling at a less price than what we're offering to our clientele. So the quality is where we focus mostly on, beyond the aesthetics on its own. Because
So in terms of segmentation, you're on the top, mid, or low?
all right, right now I'd say we're at the medium, aiming to go at the top.
Okay, still on the volumes, you have talked that you are exporting informally. You are selling locally.
Yes.
Locally, how much are you making per month?
Okay, locally on a monthly basis, we're making approximately 100 units on average on all the products, right?
Yes.
And then at a price point of $10, we're looking at 1,000. And then at a price point of $20, we're looking at 2,000. So it varies. It's mostly seasonal. In summer, we sell mostly larger volumes of the lighter fabrics, the t-shirts and your shorts. So they've got lesser volume. So in summer, we make less because the margins are not too big on those products. But then in winter, the margins are slightly higher for the sweaters and other items because most people buy them as sets. So we make slightly more during winter. So yeah. I
Okay,
might be
then
making more money.
informally, when you are exporting, how much are you getting compared to what you are getting locally? Because we are talking of export here.
Okay, at the moment right now with our export market, our main goal is to create awareness more than making money out of the whole idea. So we haven't made much from exporting, but in terms of exposure and letting people know that there is a brand like this in Zimbabwe, I'd say we've gained quite a reasonable amount of mileage.
Okay, Sakumuzi.
Yes.
You said you are operating on a nationwide scale.
Yes.
Now, the word nationwide is a very strong word.
Yes, it is.
Please, can you explain to me what that means for you?
I implied that we've got clients all across Zimbabwe, different parts of Zimbabwe. And we've partnered with a local courier company that allows us to make sure that if ever there's demand on any part of Zimbabwe, we're able to make sure that that person is catered for. So whether in Harare, Kadoma, Vic Falls, Bulawayo, Gweru, our couriers are able to supply.
These are individuals or corporates?
No, it's mostly individuals. We haven't started supplying to corporates at the moment because of our productive capacity.
Okay.
Yes.
So in terms of the finished product or your product in general, are you a branding company? Do you actually manufacture the clothing from scratch or?
All right. So we manufacture these from scratch. And then you mentioned the branding aspect of things. That's the one we're trying to bring in order to try and make sure that we upscale and gain a little bit of extra income on the side to support the business. Because we've had a lot of companies come to us asking if we also do, clothing or branding for other corporates. So it's a part that we're trying to tap into since we've managed to acquire a bit of equipment.
So you only set up to do your own brands at the moment.
Yes.
Okay, so if you were to like get an order for tracksuits that needed to be custom branded, you wouldn't be able to do that?
No, we're actually doing it.
You're actually doing it?
Yeah, we've done it for quite a few clients.
Yeah, I think that given the local portion of your product has got very high Zimbabwean content, I think you've got a good scope for export. So you're already making traction in some of the other markets, in export markets. So it would be a yes from me. Yeah, and the price seems to be good and competitive. Okay.
It's a yes for me. I'm actually blown away by the community initiative
Thank
where
you.
you said you've got the Fashion for Change thing.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sakumuzi has received 2 votes so far. Gerald holds the potential to propel this venture into a unanimous approval. However, he has a pivotal question.
What does winning in this season mean to you?
To be honest, I'm here to inspire the next Sakumuzi as well, because I come from an environment that tells me that I'm not supposed to be in spaces like this. And me being here is a manifestation of my dreams. So I want the next person to look at me and tell themselves that it's also possible for them to be on platforms such as this one. So it's more about other people than myself, to be honest.
Good. You have 3 yeses here.
Thank you so much.
Before you go, Sako,
Yes.
you seem like a very calm and collected, chilled guy.
Yes.
But we want to see more energy. Like we need a bit more energy to go with the words that you're saying the right words, you're communicating everything, but your body is like slouched back and sort of chilled. I don't know.
I'm a bit
like
nervous.
you also mentioned you think you're not supposed to be here. You are here,
Free
my
yourself.
guy.
Yes.
You are here as well. And you need to command and tell everybody and let everybody know that you got here.
Thank you so much.
So even your step, it must show. Your talk, it must show. All right.
Thank you so much.
We need you to look like you're going to win this season.
Thank you so much.
All right. Look
Yes.
forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
Ciao. Thank you.
The entrepreneur flies out of the nest with a unanimous vote. The judges have recognized the export potential of this youthful streetwear venture.
She's doing something.
Yeah, he's got something good going.
He looks like he's 12 years old though.
Yes, he's very young. I wonder how old he is.
I'm really excited to be here. I actually follow the show religiously. Funny enough, I actually have a friend who was in season 2 and she kept going on about it. Eventually, I'm like, okay, let me see what the big fuss is about. And when I watched the interviews, I'm like, I need to be a part of this. Bags speak louder than words. Your bag introduces you the minute you get in. I'm sure when I walked in, the first thing you noticed is my bag. Imagine a world where a bag can be created for you. A bag which matches your style, a functional bag for your space, and lastly, a bag which we can say matches your persona. Esteemed judges, ladies and gentlemen, stop imagining. Allow me to introduce a brand which epitomizes sophistication, luxury, and quality. Royal Infinity Bags is a brand which speaks for you. We introduce you into spaces. Royal Infinity Bags, bags envied by queens. My name is Messi Mabiza. I'm a 27-year-old serial entrepreneur. Today, I'm wearing a jacket as the creative director and designer of Royal Infinity Bags. Royal Infinity brand specializes in the designing, the production, and the distribution of bags around Zimbabwe. Royal Infinity was launched in June 2020. It is a COVID business. Operations commenced in December 2020 solely as an online store. Then in February 2020, we decided to open an artistic 135 square meter showroom where we get our clients to engage and have an intimate experience with our bags. They get to see them, they touch, they smell, and they get to choose. We have successfully launched and sold out 9 different collections, and each has a unique story. Most of our models, as you can see, are unique and innovative, while running away from the usual mantra, especially when it comes to the genuine leather brand, where everyone says genuine leather is boring, it's expensive, and it has no color. Most genuine leather bags are brown, but we are bringing you blue bags, orange bags, green bags, and they are of quality. Our aim is to have a modern-day Zimbabwean carrying a bag for a Zimbabwean, made by a Zimbabwean. Every range we make has a limited number. So that means if we make 100 of these tan circular bags, once they're sold out, that's it. You'll never see this bag again. That gives us a competitive edge because our clientele is constantly eager to know, what are we bringing in? What new designs are we bringing in? Our bags are relatively affordable. When I speak about affordability, this is a genuine leather bag, tan and round, and it's $25. Normally, when we look at our competitors, a bag this size, genuine, is nothing less than $70. Our bags are durable and are of good quality. We also make it a point that we customize and personalize our bags with either names or a message, as you can see on the bag I'm carrying. This gives our customers an extra feel of appreciation. We have also an aftercare and bag repair facility where our clientele bring in their bags, we polish them, and we make sure that their bags are fully maintained. The materials we normally use primarily is genuine leather. However, we locally source other raw materials which include beads, faux leather, suede, synthetics, straw, lace, canvas, satin, silk, velvet, African print, and burlap. And our bag models include from wallets, purses, hobo bags, satchels, structured cases, frame bags, backpacks, trapezoids, you name it, we can make that bag for you. Our business model, relatively, we have a local database which we have grown from 0 clients. Now we have 9,000 engaging clients on WhatsApp. We have 8,900 followers on Instagram, 1.9 followers on Facebook, and actively engaging on all trends on TikTok. We have managed to scale the business from 1.5 US, which were my personal savings, to 35,000 US between December 2020 and January 2021. With all these factors incorporated, we make a minimum of 30% profit after all costings and expenses are done. As of June 2023 this month, after reviewing, Royal Infinity is worth 50,000 US, and there is a possibility of growth once we are able to fully export these genuine leather bags.
Zimbabwe, rich in resources, has become a noteworthy player in the production of high-quality leather products. Mercy believes her leather creations have what it takes to journey beyond local borders. Diana is first with the questions.
Thank you for that very comprehensive presentation that you've given us. I just wanted to ask you, maybe if we can just roll straight into your financials. You mentioned that you're turning over 35,000. Is that in what period?
So that was between December 2020 to January 2021. So that was a year period from when we started.
Okay, and currently in the last financial year, what did you do?
15,000.
15,000.
Yeah.
Why has it come down?
In the first year of production, I was primarily working alone. All my expenses were down. I was the only one who was doing all my deliveries when it came to, I had a fuel saver, so I'll just fuel my car $50 and do all my deliveries. I didn't have a lot of overheads. Now that we have a showroom, I've got employees and engaging the artisans we've now built an even bigger team to at least produce more of the genuine leather bags, which we intend on exporting.
Okay, that doesn't answer why your turnover has reduced. It answers why maybe
Your cost
structure. Yes. So if you can speak to your reduction in your turnover, in your sales.
The entrepreneur fails to articulate the reasons for the downturn in turnover. Gerald wants to approach the matter from a different angle.
Talking in terms of units, number of bags, how has it been? Because she's concerned about the turnover in terms of sales. We'll talk about the cost structures.
So we have increased the number of bags which we are producing. Initially, we were working with, give or take, 800 to 1,000 units. And now we are on at least 2.5 to 4,000 units.
Per what?
Per 6 months. And these are different sizes of bags. Because if we're looking at our big, genuine leather bags, we're looking at, in a month on production, is about 100 to 200. Smaller bags, they can vary how many we can make in a month. So overall, those are the figures we would get if I break it down in 6 months.
A confident response from Mercy. However, something about her numbers has sparked concern among the judges.
Okay, so Messi, I think your figures are mixed up. You are saying you make about 100 bags in a month and then they are 2,000 in 6 months. How does that happen?
In a year. Okay, so let me rephrase. On the bigger bags, we make about 100. On the smaller bags, we're a bit more flexible because we include wallets, sling bags. We're looking at, give or take, from 150 plus. It depends. So overall, in a year, that comes up to 2,000 plus. Give or take even 3,000.
The entrepreneur's pitch hits a snag as the fumbled numbers leave an impression on the judges. Tubelihle harbors yet another concern.
Messi, I have a question for you. In terms of market segmentation, which market are you targeting? Is it the high end? Is it the low end? Which markets?
The middle class, because of our pricing. You'll notice that we have a price range of, we've got bags from $5 all the way to $200. But our main market lies within the within the $20 to $40 range, which is the middle class, which can afford that. And the age group of our clients, we're looking at the 18-year-olds to 35-year-olds.
You know why I'm confused?
Yeah.
It's because you mention words like high-end, like luxury, like quality. And then you confuse me by then saying affordability. So now I don't know what you stand for. Because luxury, high-end, and affordability do not go together. So you've got to choose where exactly you want to position yourself in the market. Otherwise, you're trading on the Bermuda area and you're going to disappear. There is no way you can offer high-end handbags at an affordable price. Someone is being shortchanged somewhere. And I hope that person is not you.
Tube raises a concern about Royal Infinity's pricing model, citing the contradiction between luxury and affordability. Diana is curious to understand the secret behind this approach.
Maybe you can walk us through your sourcing of materials so that we can understand how you're able to sell a leather bag for $25.
And $5.
You have a $5 leather bag?
Oh.
Not genuine leather. On $5 bags, it's beaded, satin, straw.
Okay, so just run us through.
Okay.
You've brought that bag. You said it's the SKU is what, $25 each?
Yes.
And you're producing a limited edition of what, 100?
100 on
Okay, on that one. So just walk us through on the costs that go into the production of that.
Okay, so for this particular bag, we measure our leather in square foot. This particular bag will take 2 square foots. That's give or take $2 per square foot, and we use 2. So that's $4 on the material. When you speak about fittings, which is the hardware, give or take, that's $1 per bag. $5. And then labor, cut across, if we just say for 100 bags, each bag that rounds up to about $3 or $4. So after factoring everything in, from the production to the branding until the bag is in the showroom, a bag like this would cost me $10 to produce. And then sell it for $25.
Okay, so you've given me direct costs of about $9, and you're only putting in $1 to cover your overheads.
Maybe we can work with $15 to $6 to cover the overheads.
Like Tube said, you've got to choose a strategy. Either you're going for unique, quality, luxurious, all right? But when people hear about that, they're going to expect a price that goes in hand with that, all right? When they see a leather bag for $25, they're going to question authenticity of that leather, okay, or of the workmanship, all right? There's nothing really wrong with your bag, but looking at your sales drop from 35,000 in your startup year to 15,000, that's not really, it's not a good trend going forward. So there's something that needs to be looked at there.
Okay, yeah.
I think also she's omitting to maybe plan for her R&D. Okay, in such a business, if you want to be pushing out new designs, new products to activate the interest of your clientele, you're going to have to invest a little bit in R&D, little things that you can then add to your bags, just so that they can be interested to buy the next one that's coming up.
Okay.
So you're only going to be able to do that if you increase your margins, unfortunately. So definitely you need to look at your pricing again. And because a regular bag made of PU leather is going for $20, $30. So don't shortchange yourself. You've got a good product. Let's push it through. It's definitely a yes from me. We want to see bigger and better things from you. Okay.
Thank you.
Lovely.
In the face of obstacles, Mercy earns a vote from Diana. The question remains, will the remaining judges rally behind the leather bags venture, or will her initial missteps prove fatal to her journey in the nest?
I think you are having serious customer loyalty issues. What it means is that your customers are not coming back. I think that is why your profits are going down and your sales are going down. And you're not only shortchanging yourself, but you're shortchanging Zimbabwe of the much needed foreign currency because of your pricing, your erroneous pricing. And also, it's evident that you are ignoring overheads. But guess what? I feel you can benefit a lot, especially from the capacity building. If you've got financial issues and strategy issues that can be worked on, it's a yes for me.
You need to look at the basics, look at your market segmentation, look at your cost structures because it's not very clear.
Okay.
And then you also need to revisit the reason why your turnover has gone down from the startup period to now. Is it because of the additional costs and so forth?
Okay.
The products are good from what I see. Think price and quality, price and low cost. Think your strategy and model. It's a yes for me.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
In a turn of events, Mercy secures the votes needed to propel her leather bags venture to the next stage, where she will receive training to improve the global competitiveness of her business. Ready to face the judges again is Zeengaz.
We're back again this year as Zeengaz Pvt Ltd. Last year, Zeengaz Pvt Ltd was represented by the Managing Director, Richard Zengeni.
In the previous season,
why are you not producing?
The factory that I was renting, after we had done with the renovations, the owner of the building then passed on. We were about to renew the lease. My landlord is from Mozambique, so on his way, he had an accident. So I was forced to carry my machines to Wonde Valley. So I'm about to resume production.
This year, I'm representing Zeengaz Pvt Ltd. Our expectation is to win the Eagle's Nest competition this particular year. We also expect to be capacitated to export our product abroad, as well as to gain much needed experience from the Eagle's Nest platform. We are here representing Zeengaz Pvt Ltd. We are into the business of production of banana chips. Our brand is important as it has very little competition on the local sector. We are the only people that are arguably producing banana chips on this scale. We are situated in Wonde Valley, and we have a factory. At the moment, we had to invest in new packaging, and for each particular product or flavor, it takes a $15,000 investment. Now, for the $15,000, it involves buying production rolls that puts the different colors on the packaging. And for each particular flavor, you need 7 of these rolls. Each roll costs $500, and that's in China. But they are relatively lightweight, and the transportation from China, the shipping from China to Zimbabwe is a total of $525. We had our packaging run by 101 Plastics here in Harare because they are very expensive because their minimum order quantity is one ton, and a ton costs $11,000. So for the packaging for the salt and vinegar brand alone was $11,000, and for the cheese and onion was another $11,000. After that, we went back to production and we started in March.
Undeterred by their previous setback, Zeengaz is ready for another test. Will their banana chips emerge as the long-awaited export sensation? Diana is first with the questions.
Thank you so much for that. So what sales have you done?
We are producing 50 boxes on a daily basis.
Okay. And 50 boxes, it's 20 in a box?
Yes, there are 20 packets in a box.
So that's 1,000.
Yes.
What are you retailing at?
Our retail price is 50 cents.
Okay, so that's per day?
Yes, per day.
And you've been running for how many production days have you had this in the last month?
We run a 22-day month.
So you produced 22,000 packets?
Yes.
And you've sold all of them?
What we're doing is that much of it, we produce it in consignment. Because we're getting back on the market, part of our marketing strategy is to consign stock to wholesalers, and then we pick up our cash maybe a week down the line. Fortunately, this time around is that we supply the informal market and we get paid in US dollars. So the fluctuations on the exchange rate with regards to the ZWL does not affect us at all.
Brilliant. Sorry, which informal markets are you supplying?
Mutar at the moment. And Harare. I think we're still supplying Holiday Inn Harare and Spa Kensington.
And Spa Avondale as well.
Oh, I thought maybe the cat got your tongue. You're very quiet. We used to, and you didn't introduce us to your new mate here. You guys didn't introduce yourselves.
Oh, all right. This is my new partner. From the last time, you suggested that I get someone who actually know the numbers and how to actually grow the business. So that is what I did, and I got him, and it's really good.
Let's see about that.
Fueled by the advice received last season, Richard strategically got a new partner. Will this alliance be the game changer Zeengaz needs for export success? Gerald is up next with the questions.
Last time you were talking about premises being a problem.
Yes.
What has happened?
So to actually get the system to run again, it needed about a budget of around $5,000 to get the machines connected and all. So that we managed to cover it. And we're talking about the issue on packaging. We didn't have the 35,000 to get everything in place, but we managed to get it now that the product is now here. And
so the issue of premises is sorted, the issue of equipment has been sorted.
Yes.
You were talking about the market opportunity to export to SA, Pick and Pay. What happened?
Yes. On that note, this is one of the things we're currently working on. Last week, but one, we went to Zambia. We shifted because we got an opportunity where we were called in Zambia by ShopRite as well, the same platform. So that is what we are now working on in terms of export. Because we started exporting to just informal retailers in Zambia up until we got reconnected again to ShopRite. And then that's what we are now working on building capacity and all. But to achieve that, we're not as capacitated now. So what we're doing is, with the Zimbabwe market, we are working on our marketing strategy so that we can sell as much, because the issue now is no longer on the production side. The issue now is on the marketing side. So we approached this company here in Harare. They've helped us to come up with the proper marketing strategy that they gave us, I think for $2,500, because we want to do it the right way. That's why we had to use that.
Initially, when you were presenting, you said this product is found on the black market. That's why you are not affected by the fluctuations in the currency and so forth. Which means for myself and they want to go and buy from Pick and Pay, we will not be able to find the product on the shelves.
Is it now? Yes. Because our capacity doesn't allow us to run that way. You remember when I pitched last year, I was saying I was supplying in the food world and Chobish supermarkets. I think more than 20 stores. But that made me lose a lot, because the money would come and then the rest would really affect us in a very big way. So now we decided not to go to make the same mistake again. Say that we're selling in the informal sector or in the formal sector that is paying us in US, like what Spar Kensington Avondale is doing now. That's how we decided to structure things.
Okay. Can you quantify what you are currently shipping out into Zambia?
What we are currently shipping out into Zambia right now, we're looking at 70 boxes in a month. And then we're looking at 200 boxes that goes into Mozambique. And then the rest we're selling locally.
Okay.
Richard defends their existing distribution strategy, disclosing remarkable figures. Meanwhile, the products seem to have made a notable impact on Diana once again.
The quality of your product is it's the best I've tasted. The cheese tastes like cheese. The salt and vinegar is actual salt and vinegar. There's no aftertaste. Do you have an original pack?
Not yet, but it's something that we're also working on.
So that if people want to have banana chips that taste like banana chips.
Those ones, we are not yet producing those ones.
Why?
We do have a wide range of flavors for our banana chips, but in order to run packaging for a single brand, it takes an investment of $15,000 US.
Okay.
That's $3,500 with regards to the printing rolls, around $500 for shipping, and $11,000 just for the printing alone, because the minimum...
So how many flavors are you currently running?
2 at the moment.
Just the salt and vinegar and
Yes, just the salt and vinegar and cheese and onion.
Okay. Guys, it's a yes from me. Yeah, I think you guys have done what's necessary and you're taking the right steps towards it. I would try to plow back in and get other flavors on the shelves as well. Yeah, and try and figure out how to get onto our TMs and OKs in a way that won't lose you money, of course. But there's other people who would like to have access to these products that don't necessarily go and buy from the informal market that you are servicing. Okay, so that's all I have from my side.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Zeengaz secures an early vote from Diana, who is impressed by their product. However, to Tube, their narrative feels a bit familiar.
Okay, so Zeengaz, I'm impressed because you guys have made some changes to your packaging. You've made some changes to your business model from the last time. But I'm a bit worried because the last time you were here, you were telling us the same story about having just started production. And today you're back again into the competition. This year you're back again, and it's the same story. What's happening?
For us, yes, we're actually building this on our own as young entrepreneurs. So it's like you are doing something else to raise funding to do A, B, C, and D. It's not actually a trick at all. It's something that is on the ground and something we are definitely pushing, especially now. We're at a point where we now have our packaging, which has got capacity to do 440,000 packs. This kind of packs. We are set. We've got our machines all wired, all lined in place. So it took a lot of work and investment for us to get to where we are. And that's where we've been praying for a long time to get to.
Understandably so, but the last time you were here, the machinery was there, but it was...
That's when he had to move out. And I think it's the one with the death of the
premises.
Of the landlord.
Yeah.
And then you had to move away and you went to set up at
in Honde Valley.
In Honde Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where I'm at is that the last time you were here, you were saying that you had just started production the previous month, right? You are back again this year. You are saying the same thing, right? What guarantees do we have that if we push you through to the next round, you are going to continue with your production?
Okay.
Because your story hasn't changed much.
What happened is that before, if you check the last time Zeengaz made a pitch, the packaging was small. Now, when we wanted to resuscitate that, we called in the government analyst for licensing and for approval. And he indicated that the packaging, while it was small, was unacceptable to push through the market because the banana chip is quite dense. Hence, the 35 grams of banana chips, if you open a package, it's a very small and minute quantity. And the customer or consumer would feel that he is cheated just by opening a pack and seeing just a small amount of banana chips. And yet when you put them on the scale, they give you the 35 grammage weight that is printed on the package. And those are the ones that came in last year, the 35 grammage pack. When we sat down to re-strategize, we decided to do things the proper way, and we start with certification. We were unable to get certification on the size of packets that were being used from day one up until we approached the government analyst to give us certification.
So now you've managed to secure the certification?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay. At least now you are giving me something to work with.
I didn't quite get why you are in this competition.
So in terms of exporting for us, we actually need true help for us to really export.
The capacitation program has been there, you have been participating and all that?
What happens is that when we went to Zambia, like we mentioned, and we just took a sample of 70 boxes to Zambia, we still wait on the feedback from that side. But aside of crossing through the border with a couple of boxes of our produce, we don't even know what we need to have in order to be ascertained and to be certified exporters in Zimbabwe. We are yet to discover the easiest route for us to get our product from Zimbabwe to any one of these SADC countries with relative ease. And we really feel that this particular platform is one that is well equipped to give us that particular knowledge.
So you better quickly take advantage of that because that was the same story previously. So we don't want that story being repeated again. And then the other thing which is emphasized on is you don't succeed by going to the black market all the time. You need to look at the strategies. They are the same products which are also in the same market, and we are looking at buying things formally. The good route is the exporting side if you need the foreign currency. If you are local players, you also need to support the local platform which is there. Your Pick and Pay is here locally, and all the shops which are locally, we need to see these products there. The exporting side, the platform is very clear. You need to export and get the foreign currency and hedge against all the fluctuations. So it's a yes for me, but we don't want to see you again competing. We want to see the products being exported.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I like the fact that you spoke about exchange rate losses. Those are real, right? And I like that as entrepreneurs, you've got a strategy to guard against those because they have the power to actually cripple your businesses. But at the same time, don't rule out people that want to pay in RTGS, right? Because what it means is that there's some information that you guys don't know. You just need to work around your figures, right, and be able to price correctly so that you accommodate everyone. We don't want you guys to go through and win the competition and then later on you get into trouble with the regulators, okay? So you want to do the correct thing, but it's a yes for me.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
3 yeses. Congratulations.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all. Have a good day.
A triumphant comeback, proving that resilience and strategic evolution can redefine the entrepreneurial journey. The duo is through to the next stage, where they will receive training to improve the global competitiveness of their business.
The caliber of the contestants this season, I would say, was a cut above the average. What we saw last season compared to this season, the guys have really leveled up.
It's commendable to see how the youths are very innovative. We've seen the bar going higher. Most of the products are up to scratch. We see the innovativeness. We are also seeing that their business is also scalable.
I think the program this year went a bar higher. The level of innovativeness, the level of viability, even the business models this time around, there's a lot of improvement from the prior years. I think it really shows that there is a huge promise in the young people of Zimbabwe and that ZimTrade is really succeeding in capacitating these young people.